So today we will start with the new chapter, Principle of Mathematical Induction. The chapter is very easy, right? And it have no connection with the previous chapters. So if you are new to this plus one mathematics, right? You're doing it for the first time, you will be able to understand, right? Even if it is your first chapter of the maths book, you will be easily able to understand this chapter, right? This chapter is easy, but still it need careful calculations, right? So the very first we will be discuss with what is induction. The word induction means generalization from particular cases or fact, right? हमारे पास कुछ पर्टिकुलर केसेस होते हैं, हम उन केसेस से अंदाजा लगाते हैं, किसी चीज को जनरलाइज करते हैं. लाइक टुडे अबाउट कोविड-19, एवरीवन इज सेइंग इट केम फ्रॉम चाइना. Why we are saying, but we have some, because we have some particular facts, right? हमने एनालिसिस किया, हमने फैक्ट देखे, हमने लोगों को एनालाइज किया कि ये कहाँ से इसकी शुरुआत हुई, और वहां से हमने इंड्यूस किया कि जनरलाइज किया इस चीज को, that this COVID-19 came from China, right? So induction means when we generalize the fact from the particular cases. And when we are talking about induction in mathematics, right, principle of mathematical induction we will be doing. So in algebra, right, in mathematics, in algebra, or in other disciplines of mathematics, there are certain results or statements that are formulated in terms of n, where n is a positive number. Statements when we are saying something, like we are saying 2n is a even integer, 2n is a even integer. So this is mathematical statement, we know it is true. Whatever the value of n will be, 2n will be a positive integer, right? But n, for every n, a positive integer. Now, to prove such statements, the well-suited principle that is used based upon the specific technique is known as principle of mathematical induction. If someone says that prove that 2n is even integer, we know that it is even integer, but still we need to prove it. So we will be doing using some mathematical techniques. So out of that techniques, there is one technique which is called principle of mathematical induction. So we prove the given statements with the help of this technique. We are not going to derive any mathematical statement. We will be given the statement, we are only required to prove the statement is true, right? So for example, we are deriving, we are given, right? Sorry, we are deriving right now 1 square is equals to 1, we know. 4 can be written as 2 square, and it can also be written as 1 plus 3. 9 is equals to 3 square, and it can be written as 1 plus 3 plus 5. 16 is equals to 4 square, can be written as 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. That means next number 25 will be equal to 5 square, and can be written as 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. So these are the particular fact now, and you are going to generalize a result from these facts. What is the generalization from the fact? When there is one number, the output is 1. When there are two numbers, 1 and 3, there are two numbers, then the output is their square, 2 square. When there are three numbers, 1 2 3, n is equals to 3, the output is square that 3 square. When there are four numbers, 1 2 3 4, the output is sum of the four numbers. Sum of the four numbers can also be written as 4 squares. When there are five numbers, 1 2 3 4 5, and their sum is 5 square. This is one fact. And the second you can analyze from this, every number is odd, consecutive odd numbers. These are consecutive odd numbers. 1, next to that is 3, next to that is 5. 1 3 5 7, 1 3 5 7 9, next will be 1 3 5 7 9 11. So we have written a mathematical result from these facts, that 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus up to 2n minus 1, that means we are taking n odd numbers, it will be equal to n square. When there are two numbers, 2 square. When there are three numbers, 3 square. When there are four numbers, 4 square. That means when there will be n numbers, the sum will be n square. This is the mathematical statement we have written from the facts, from these facts. From these facts we have derived it, right? But our motive is not to derive it. Principle of mathematical induction says that apply and prove it. We have to prove that this statement, whatever we have written, is true, right? It holds. So we will be doing few steps in principle of mathematical induction in order to prove such statements. What is that? What is principle of mathematical induction? Suppose that there is a given statement Pn, right? This is also a statement Pn given to us. This is actually Pn, right? This is a statement, mathematical statement. Suppose that there is a given statement Pn involving the natural number n. We are talking of natural number, involving the natural number n, such that the statement is true for n is equals to 1. That is P1 is true. This is first step of mathematical induction, that the statement is true for n is equals to 1. When we will put n is equals to 1, the left hand side is should be equal to right hand side, or our result should hold true. The statement is true for n is equals to 1, that is P1 is true. And second step, we will assume that the statement is true for n is equals to k, right? Yeah, it will not be proved that it is true for n is equals to k, but we will assume, if the statement is true for n is equals to k, right, then the statement is also true for n is equals to k plus 1. We will assume that it is true for n is equals to k, and then we will prove that it is true for n is equals to k plus 1. By assuming for n is equals to k, we will prove it for n is equals to k plus 1. Truth of pk, that means n is equals to k. Truth of pk implies the truth of p of k plus 1. Then Pn is true for all natural numbers n, right? The first step, n is equals to 1, the result will be true. The second step, we will be assuming that the result is true for n is equals to k. The third step, we will actually prove that if it is true for n is equals to k, it is true for n is equals to k plus 1. If it is true for n is equals to k plus 1, that our result is true for all natural number n. This is our principle of mathematical induction. The first step in the proof that uses mathematical induction is to prove that P1 is true. This is the first step is called basic step. And the next step, second step, which we are taking n is equals to k, this step is called inductive step. Here we suppose that pk is true for some positive integer k, and we need to prove that pk plus 1 is true. We will assume that pk is true, and we will prove that pk plus 1 is true. There is only one exercise in this chapter, and all the questions are related to this induction principle only, right? So we will start with this question. Pn is a statement, and we will prove it with the help of principle of mathematical induction. So I am writing step 1. Step 1 is P1. P1. Okay. P of 1. That means step 1, take n is equals to 1. So I have written Pn is this statement. So P1. If n is equals to 1, on the left side, out of n numbers, how many numbers are eligible? 1 only. Because I am taking n is equals to 1, that means from the left hand side, I will be taking only one term. Right? Only one term is equals to, on the right hand side is equals to n square, n is equals to 1, it means 1 square, which implies P of 1 is a statement such that 1 is equals to 1. This one is, this left side one is from the left side, and this right side one is from the right side. The result, given statement is true for, the given statement is true for n is equals to 1. This we have proved, right? That the given statement is true for n is equals to 1. Now step 2. Let us assume that pk is true. Let us assume that pk is true. Pk such that 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 and so on plus 2k minus 1 is equals to k square. Say this number 1. We will be using it in order to prove our result, right? Let us assume that pk is true. That means when n is equals to k, the result is true. Now we can say that 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 2k minus 1 is equals to k square. This is by our assumption. Now step 3. We shall now prove that pk plus 1 is true. Pk plus 1 is true. We shall now prove that pk plus 1 is true. So proving this, we will be writing pk plus 1. So pk plus 1, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus and so on 2k minus 1. Now this step is very important, right? When n is there, it is 2n minus 1. When k plus 1 will be there, that means n, instead of n, we will be writing k plus 1, right? So okay. I'm taking this statement here also so that it will be easy to understand. Okay. Now we are writing pk plus 1. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus and so on 2k minus 1. These are the k terms, but we have to take k plus 1. Plus next term will be 2. Instead of k, I am having k plus 1 minus 1. This is our main step. After that, we will start our proof. First step is very easy. Put n is equals to 1. The result will be true. The second step, we have done nothing. We have assumed that the statement is true for n is equals to k. Now the third step is important when we are going to prove it, right? So Pn is given to us 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus up to 2n minus 1 is equals to n square. Instead of n terms, I have to write k plus 1 terms. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 up to 2k minus 1 means these are k terms. But I have to write k plus 1. So k plus 1 I am writing 2. In place of n, I am writing k plus 1 minus 1. This is pk now. Now note that here I will not write right hand side. Okay, I will prove right hand side. So this is only left part I have written. Okay, so it is equals to now this value 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 2k minus 1. From number 1, this value up to 2k minus 1 is equals to k square from number 1, right? Because we have assumed that the result is true for n is equals to k. So we are putting the value k square plus this value 2k, 2k plus 2 minus 1, right? From number 1. I have taken this k square from number 1 because from number 1 from step 2 where we have assumed that the result is true for n is equals to k. So I'm not solving I am not writing right hand side directly, right? But I will prove it. First I have written k plus 1 terms, then I have introduced the result of k terms which is equals to k square. So now solve it. It is equals to k square plus 2k plus 2 minus 1, 1. This is a square plus 2ab plus b square, k square plus 2 into k into 1 plus 1 square. It can be written. It is equals to k plus 1 whole square, right? Because a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. I have used this formula. So thus pk plus 1, which we have written the left hand side only, we have proved that it is equals to k plus 1 square. Pk plus 1 right hand side should be of pk plus 1 should be k plus 1 square, because it is n square. When n is replaced by k plus 1, it will be k plus 1 square, and we have proved it. Thus pk plus 1 is true, right? Is true. Therefore the given statement is true for, therefore the given statement, or we can say therefore Pn is true for all natural number n. Pn is true for all natural number n. This we had to prove. In each and every question we will follow the same steps. There is only one exercise, and in the full exercise we have to follow this step. First step, take n is equal to 1, prove the result is true for n is equals to 1. Second step, we will assume that the result is true for n is equals to k. And in the third step, we will take only left hand side and we will prove that it is equals to right hand side. Right? Some students, what they do, they will put k plus 1 in left hand side also, they put k plus 1 in right hand side also, and then they get confused what to do now. So you need not to put k plus 1 on right, you have to put k plus 1 only on the left and use the result of k terms and use it to prove it for k plus 1. Any doubt, Sagar?
Ma'am, I have one doubt that how have you done this step from one?
Okay, right.
It's a bit confusing.
Okay, no issue. For the first time the problems comes to the students, no issue. So pk plus 1, this step is clear, the above step, this step is clear.
Yes, ma'am. It's easy.
Okay, okay, fine. Now check this statement only. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus up to 2k plus 1. From the previous slide you can see that this value is equals to k square. Up to 2k
Yes,
minus 1 is equals to k square. This we have assumed 1 plus 3 plus 2k 1 is equals to k square. This is number 1. So that is what we
yes,
have done. It is equals to k square, right? I have put only this up to 2k minus 1 is equals to k square from number 1. And the rest of the value is, I'll change the color, this value. This is this value. Plus
okay.
2k plus 2 into 1, 2 minus 1. Okay, then I solve next. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So understanding only one question at least is very, very important, because if one question is clear, you will be able to solving rest of all the questions. Any doubt to any other student? Okay. So we will be moving to the next question now. Sagar, if you have annotations, then please erase it. Okay, I have done. So now the question is, for all n greater than or equal to 1, prove that 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus up to n square is equals to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6. Okay, before that we will be doing one more question, so that you will be able to understand calculations very clearly. Prove that Pn 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to so on n is equals to n into n plus 1 upon 2. This result we will also prove in APGP series, right? You might have done it in earlier classes also, but here we have to prove the statement only, that this is the mathematical statement, that the sum of first n natural numbers is equals to n into n plus 1 upon 2. Prove it. So we will be proving it with the help of mathematical induction. So step 1, take n is equals to 1. When we will be taking n is equals to 1, P1 will be equal to, when we are taking n is equals to 1, from the left hand side you will be taking one term only. So from the left, 1. On the right, put n is equals to 1. So it is 1 into 1 plus 1 upon 2. So which implies P1 is, on the left it is 1 and on the right it is 1 into 1 plus 1, 2. 2 upon 2 is 1. So the given statement is, or you can say, so P1 is true. Okay. This is shortcut. You can write the P1 is true, or you can write the given statement is true for n is equals to 1. Then we will be solving step 2. Step 2 is assumption. Let us assume that pk is true. Pk is true means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to so on k is equals to k into k plus 1 upon 2. This is number 1. So we will use it in the next step. Okay. So next step will be, we shall now prove that pk plus 1 is true. So we will take left side of pk plus 1, which is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to so on k plus 1, right? This is left hand side. We are not writing it is equals to right hand side, but we will prove it. We have taken only left hand side of the statement, first k terms and then k plus 1th term. N terms, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n. We have to take k plus 1 term, so we have taken k plus 1 terms. Now up to k plus 1, up to k terms, we have given the result. It is k into k plus 1 upon 2. So from number 1, we will put the result of first k terms, which is equals to, we will be writing k into k plus 1 upon 2. This result I am writing from number 1, plus this k plus 1 will be as it is. And I am writing this result from number 1. First k terms I have substituted k into k plus 1 upon 2 because we have assumed that the statement is true for pk. Plus k plus 1 we have written as it is. Now we will solve it and we will check what we are getting. 2 we will take LCM, k into k plus 1 plus it will be 2 times k plus 1, right? So it is equals to k square plus k plus 2k plus 2 upon 2, right? So you have to keep in mind what you want, the output. Accordingly, you will solve. You have n into n plus 1 upon 2 and you want k plus 1 into k plus 1 upon 2. This bar, this is not now a conjugate, okay, just in complex number. This bar represents a bracket also, okay. Instead of n, if you are getting k plus 1 plus 1 upon 2, that means you have proved the result, right? Okay, so instead of writing this step, I think it will be more easy now. Instead of writing this, if I'll take k plus 1 common, k plus 1 here, k plus 1 here, and I can take k plus 1 common. If I'm taking k plus 1 common, what I will be having in the bracket left with k plus 1 gone out, I am having k. K plus 1 gone out, I am having 2 upon 2, right? pk plus 1, first k terms plus k plus 1th term. Put the value of k terms, which is k into k plus 1 by 2 plus this k plus 1. Now I have taken the LCM 2. When I have taken the LCM, this term is k into k plus 1 plus 2 times k plus 1. K plus 1 I have taken common, and in the second bracket I am having k plus 2 upon 2. Now we will rearrange. So this pk plus 1, we are having k plus 1 into k plus 2 upon 2, which can be written as k plus 1, and this can be written as k plus 1 plus 1 upon 2. This I will erase. This I just checked what I want. Now, wherever in Pn n is there, my n is replaced by k plus 1, n into n plus 1 by 2, and here in place of n I am having k plus 1 into k plus 1 plus 1 by 2. Therefore, pk plus 1 is also true. Thus, p of n is true for all natural number n. And one more statement we have to write, thus by principle of mathematical induction. So I'll write again, thus by, because we are using this, thus by principle of mathematical induction, if time is short with you, so you can write PMI. This means principle of mathematical induction. Thus by principle of mathematical induction, Pn is true for all natural number n. Okay, so pk plus 1 we have proved here. Same this way you have to solve all the questions. First, we will prove it for n is equals to 1, right? The second step, we will assume that pk is true. And the third step, we will be taking only left hand side and we will take it to the right side, right? We will prove that it is equals to the right side. So pk plus 1, first k terms plus k plus 1. First k terms, I have substituted the output k into k plus 1 upon 2 plus k plus 1. Then I have taken the LCM, it is k into k plus 1 plus 2 times k plus 1. K plus 1 can be taken common. So we are left with k plus 2. And in the next step only our result is there. So pk plus 1 is k plus 1 into k plus 2 upon 2, which can be written as k plus 1. K plus 2 can be written as k plus 1 plus 1 upon 2. So if I write n instead of k plus 1, so it will be pn n into n plus 1 upon 2, which is our given statement. Therefore pk plus 1 is also true. Thus by principle of mathematical induction, pn is true for all natural number n, right? So next question we will be doing tomorrow. You can practice it yourself also. Okay, so there is only one exercise and this chapter is very easy. Start practicing. And just to remind you all, Monday is your test of chapter complex numbers, right? Okay, so I'll stop the class now. Any doubt you can ask me.